Good evening. Welcome back. And Happy New Year. So today started out slow. I did wake up kind of early, but then I was able to go back to sleep. We stayed up past midnight, had a nice time, but I ended up so tired. So this morning I got up about 9:30, which is super late for me. Normally my internal clock is 6:30. That's the latest. I cannot sleep after that. But this morning I was able to go back to sleep and I slept good. Then got up, started working on stuff in the kitchen, and my husband came in about 10:30 and said, "By the way, your your oven is about 3 stops away, 4 stops away, something like that." I was like, "Really? Cool, okay." He said, "Yeah, it's saying that it'll be here by 2." And this was, before 11 o'clock. I said, "Okay." So we went about our morning. We were doing stuff in the kitchen, and I was warming up lunch when all of a sudden I heard a noise, and I look out, and my husband is helping unload my thing. It was not even 1 o'clock yet. So I got my new stove, and my husband immediately went to work and got it put in for me. And I was not the first person to use it because my daughter was starving. She had not had lunch yet. And as soon as it was all hooked up, she was like, "I'm using it first." So once she was done, and I had gotten a few other things accomplished, I decided to make myself a meal. I had had a bowl of gumbo earlier in the day, which, for those of you who are following the rationing part of things, um, I have not really stuck with it the last few days. I did measure out my rations on Saturday to start Sunday, but then I was gone all day Monday, and Tuesday was just kind of crazy. So today was my first full day of rationing. So I went ahead and ate. Someone had given us leftover gumbo, which was, it had a little bit of chicken, a little sausage, and some shrimp in it. But I did use my brown rice, which is part of my rations, and I had one bowl full of gumbo for lunch. Of course, I wasn't going to waste what we had here. Then I went about my afternoon, and then my daughter got finished up using the stove, so I set out my vegetables, prepped some, and grilled them on the grill pan, and then I grilled a piece of fish on it. Now, I ended up only eating a half the piece of fish at that time. Later, after this evening, I finished eating the rest of the fish and the vegetables, but I also cooked supper for my family, so did use the stove quite a bit, so that was nice. And the fish was really good. I just salted it. I didn't put any extra seasonings on it, and the vegetables the same way, just a little salt. But the fish was already thawed and in the refrigerator, and it needed to be used. I haven't gotten any more meat for me specifically for rationing. I did pull out the bacon, the turkey bacon, out of the freezer, and I will measure that out for my meals for breakfast or for whatever. But I want to get some regular bacon because you can't get bacon grease from turkey bacon. It's not the same. So I'm going to try to do that. And then we'll go from there. But I also realized today that I have 92 subscribers. Thank y'all. I was so excited. I was only at 70 something last week, and I looked at it this morning. I was like, whoa, it went up. So thank y'all. I appreciate it. It's kind of exciting to see it going up. Um, but yeah, I had the fish and the vegetables for lunch, and then I'm going to go ahead with the I'll get bacon and I'll get ground beef and I'll get a few things in moderation for myself because I've got some meal ideas, but I still haven't cooked my beans, and so that's tomorrow's job. Will be to set up. I'll soak them tonight, and I'll cook a pound of beans, and I'll have that for myself for the rest of this week. Um, and I did have my one little cup of brown rice that I had, and then tonight I cooked 2 bags of the brown rice that were the minute rice, but those are for my family. So whatever they don't eat, which they probably won't eat all of that, I'll take that and I'll measure it out into little cups and put that in with my stash. So that'll be my personal rationed foods. But anyway, my stomach's growling and I just ate. But I have tea. This is pomegranate something. Smells good. Alright, so this evening I decided that I wanted to use my pumpkin. And I had mentioned the other day that I had an idea for it. I used my 2 ounces of cream cheese, which is my full cheese ration for the week. I put probably about, I'd say about 3 to 4 ounces of pumpkin. I didn't measure it. I mean, I didn't weigh it. I just did about 2 or 3 big spoonfuls out of the can. Then I put 2 tablespoons of sugar in it and 1 egg. And put it in my blender and blended it up, or my mixer, stand-up mixer. And then I have these little, it's like cake donut pan. I got it at a garage sale forever ago. I've never used it. So I use spray oil, which that's not part of my rations, but I just used it. I sprayed it out with oil, made sure it was good and not going to stick, hopefully, which it ended up sticking a little. And then I put the batter in each of those and baked it. And y'all, they didn't get cold before they were all gone. I'd made 11 of them. My kids helped a little. I dropped 2. My dog ate those. And the rest I annihilated before I even ate supper. They were so good. And as far as sugar goes, I get 4 ounces of sugar per week. So 2 tablespoons of sugar in that was probably a little more than I'd want to consume, especially trying to lose weight. But oh my goodness, I told my kids tomorrow I'm going to use the other can of pumpkin and I'm going to make them a full size one because I've got cream cheese in there and bake it up like a cheesecake. I've got a springform pan. It won't have a crust, but oh my goodness, was it good. And I would definitely make those again. Even on my rationing, they're so good. Probably shouldn't have eaten them all in one setting, but like I couldn't stop once I started. They were just so delicious. And I could do it with half the amount of sugar. I didn't need the sugar. They were just good. The cream cheese and the pumpkin together, it was good. It was really, really yummy. So, the night is coming to a close. It's 9 o'clock. I'm tired. It's been a long day, but good day. Got a lot more to do tomorrow. And I'm going to get ready for bed here pretty soon. And probably go make some overnight oats for tomorrow. Have them ready in the fridge so I can eat that. And in the morning, I'm going to do some vegetable prep so that it's a little bit easier, like for salads and things like that. I'll work on that. But yeah, it's been a good day. I got my stove. I'm excited. It's pretty.